Hi everybody, a suspension update. Well, I don't know if you remember me saying that I had an issue with my Monoshock being a bit soft, and I thought it might be low on gas. Let me sit down. I did a lot of research yesterday on Cafe Racer forum, like most things American, and they're going on about, there's a couple of blokes in a big argument about why people should convert, why is everybody converting CX to Monoshock when you get such a crap ride because of the limited travel of the swinging arm. I think they're limited because of the shaft drive, can't have it fall too far, and the fall and rise basically the mechanical movement of the shaft. And this bloke's going on there saying he's doing basically the same as what all of us want to do, is convert to Monoshock. What's the best way about it? And through their argument, it's come to realise that this Monoshock I bought here was off of a R6, which I think I paid 30 quid for. Now the trouble is with these, I didn't realise, as with most of the things on this bike, I didn't research everything beforehand. That's why I keep banging on about going on these compatibility sites and whatever. Mind my voice, I've got a stinky cold. These come with a linkage on the bottom, which sort of, it works like a double shock. You've got a linkage on here, which fits underneath the bike, and it transmits the power differently. So when you take without that linkage, like when I bought this, you've only got the spring. That's why it's so soft, because you only got half the power. So I spoke to a guy. He said it's ever so difficult to work out what the weight and all that. And there was a bloke on the forum who's got you have to weigh the bike, weigh it laden, and all this crap to work out. You can probably take that spring off and change the spring. There's a couple of blokes on there that have done these conversions using a GL1000 Honda Goldwing swinging arm, but then you've got to do a lot of work on the drive shaft itself, and it's longer, but you get a really good ride. But they're saying with a CX, because it's so short, you get like a pogo effect where the suspension is too hard. Now, my way of thinking is, if you're doing a cafe racer and you might be travelling at some reasonable good speed, then you need quite a high quality tyre contact. But as I've built this as an upright scrambler enduro bike, I don't think I'm going to mind that, especially with the crap tyres. I've got crap tyres, but not as good as race bike tyres. So they said you can use a Kawasaki ER650 shock. And when you look at those bikes, they have this, they've got a bigger swinging arm, and it's more of a sports race bike. They've got a direct connection, there's no linkage. So you actually get a shock, which is, it's got something, valves inside it. It works differently to these gas shocks that you can adjust quite a lot. You can pay. I've just been talking to a guy, and he says, yeah, you'll probably be able to fix that on your bike and it'll be okay, as long as it's not too soft. He says, but I can make you one. I said, oh, what's the starting price for them? He said, oh, they start at 480. I had to laugh. I said, oh, you know, that is the trouble with doing these things, is you can get sucked in, as the price of shocks are for like £300 or £400 upwards. Now, I've just bought a ER650, Kawasaki ER650 shock on eBay for £50. Buy it now. wasn't in a auction. There was 3 of them on there, 50, 59 and 65. So these parts are out there. We'll see what that's like. Now the only issue I might have is my mountings. Are they going to be similar distance? I'm hoping that's a sort of a uniform size. We won't know. It'll be here at the end of the week, and you know, what I can't believe is that all these, you know, I've looked at probably hundreds of CXs we converted to Monoshock. There's just not much information out there. And they're banging on this site yesterday about all these people are doing these conversions, but no one actually says how good the ride is. So time will tell. But I think if you think the thinness of that seat, which when you sit on it, it's like sitting on a bit of wood. I don't think we're that bothered about comfort and performance. It's all about style, coolness. Anyway, I put some fuel in the tank yesterday. I just noticed there's a wet spot on that bit of wood. There's nowhere near where the tank is. I'm going to drain. I've just ordered a gasket for behind the water pump. That should be in a couple of days. So I'll get that. I'm decided to get it. It's still dripping. It's never going to seal. So I'm going to get that out, get that sealed up, get the new Monoshock on. I took the wheel out yesterday. Right, I took the wheel out. You can see this sort of fresh. I don't know why my phone won't focus all of a sudden again. Quite a good light in here. Right, so undo that pinch bolt, slide your spindle in with this spacer, and you feel it bottom out. So then you put a spanner on here, tighten that up. Now we're focused. Tighten that up, and you can see how far out the split pin is. But there's nothing untoward there. I took this tyre out, compared it with my other tyre, exactly the same. So you can see the spindle was just in there. Now when I was talking to the guy at Cafe Racer Kits, he said he's known people that have thought that their spindle was too far through, had their spindle protruding from here, tighten that pinch bolt up, and then tighten the spindle at this end. So that's the same sort of idea you do with the motocross front suspension, and they bent the swinging arm. So he said you put your spanner on here, tighten that side, and that closes your wheel up with your drive shaft, your drive mechanism in here. And once that's tight, then you tighten your pinch bolt up, and that's it set up. Now when you look down the centre of the tyre, it is spot on central. But I was wondering whether when I had my mock-up wheel in and I didn't have it tight, because I think my back end is a little bit pissed. You know, this has all got to be tightened up yet. But I'll sort it out. But anyway, that was just a little suspension update. Painting my clocks. Painted the little brackets yesterday. We had a nice day yesterday. Anyway, I see there's fluid all pouring out. I had an issue with this master cylinder. I couldn't bleed it. But if you look at that, there's fluid all coming out of there, and it's all leaked out down there. That's what happened to the paint on the casing. Fluid came out of there, and oh yeah, it's all pouring out of there. We'll have to have a look at that. That might be why it wouldn't bleed. I bet that pipe's knackered. Right, anyway, I'll put that on. It's probably too long. It'll take ages to load up. I'll let you know what happens with the shock.